interviews comedians. It's wonderful. Good times, check that shit out. But he invited me to come do a podcast, and I kind of flaked on him like the day before. And we haven't really talked since. I'm pretty sure he was mad at me. So this is the first time I've seen him since. Nick, I'm sorry. Nick Kaufman.
That was the first time anyone's ever introduced me with an apology. First time doing stand-up. I love Camilo. I don't know what you're talking about, Camilo. I could never be mad at you. Out of all my friends, I've known him for like 5 years. He's the closest I'm gonna get to having like Mike Tyson as a friend. Because there's nothing he can't do where you'll be like, oh, yeah, that's Camilo. Like, he could walk out on stage naked right now, and his friends will be like, yeah, that's him. It's no big deal. Out of all my friends, he's the one I want to win the lottery the most, because if he did, it would be like just decades of a really fucked up version of the movie Blank Check. Like, he'd get the fucking bedroom with the water slide. He'd get the bucket of ice cream in the limo. He'd probably also have cocaine. That would be like a one change. It would be cocaine. How you guys doing? This is a great room. Great for a show. I still can't figure out this wire. It's only been a minute. Here we go. I drove a while to get here. I'm from San Monica, where people don't feel pain at all. It's true, they make songs about it. But I grew up in San Monica my entire life. Let me ask you, like, honestly, will you promise to be honest with me? Okay, good. How old do you think I am? 47. I am 67 years old. That's what Santa Monica can do. But no, I'm 30, which is close. But I live in a pool house, my parents' pool house, because I do this. And and because I live in such close proximity to them, there's a lot of conversations about like, what the fuck are you gonna do with your life? And it happens like more often than average. And we were having one of those recently, and in an effort to break the tension, I said, oh, don't worry, Mom and Dad. If I'm still in the pool house in 3 years, I will jump off a bridge, so don't worry about it. It's okay. And my mom immediately was like, Nick, there are no bridges in Los Angeles. And then my dad right after that was like, no, there are some bridges. There's some bridges. You would hope that they would be like, Nick, please don't kill yourself, we love you. Instead, my dad was like, Long Beach. There's a beautiful bridge in Long Beach. Beautiful, very scenic. I've been taking boot camp classes. Do you guys do that? Like the hardcore boot camp class? I'm into that more like feeling more alive thing lately. But it's a great class. Like, I love the class. It's like, I get a good workout. There's just one issue with it, which is the teacher molests me. Every class. He tickles the shit out of me for 5 seconds. And I'm learning a lot about myself, because like, I think I know how I would be in prison now. Because like, when he does it, I'm just like, oh, stop it. And then like, I go into a dreamland, like I'd be a total prison bitch, completely. And this guy, he's jacked, okay? He's like a retired football player. He's huge. And the first time I ever met him, he was like, hey, what's your name? And I was like, oh, it's Nick Kaufman. He's like, oh, shit. Nick Kaufman? Nick Kaufman? That's a hard-ass name. And no one has ever said that about my name in my entire life. The only comment I ever get is, Jew? That's it. That's the only one. But I'd still take it. Wait, Xander, I think you were talking about dirty talk, right? About how you're shitty at dirty talk? Is Xander here? Dude, I'm fucking shitty at that too. I don't know if that's a comedian thing. There was a girl who's, like, it was a while ago, she was going down on me, and while it was happening, I said, oh, you just get it. And she stopped what she was doing. She's like, what do mean? I just get it. And I was like, you just understand. You understand. And she's like, just enjoy it. Please don't talk. And then that same girl, I was fingering her. I'm sorry for saying that. I was fingering her. And while I was doing it, I said, oh, this'll work. And she was like, what the fuck do you mean this'll work? Am I like some fucking go-kart you're trying to get to work again? You're gonna talk to me like that, why don't you fuck a hole in a tree or something, or anything else without a soul, but I want to be in a relationship though. Like I really want like companionship or whatever the fuck it is. I want that monogamous thing, but there are certain barriers I have trouble crossing over, and one of them is when a girl sleeps over for like the first time. The girl that was working. She was like, she had her arm around me. It was 1 a.m. I was like, oh my god, I really like this girl. She's a little mean to me, but I really like her a lot. And she's, oh, this is so great. She's like a human blanket. This is wonderful. Cut to 15 minutes later, I'm like, get the sack of bones off of me. I am trapped. Literally and figuratively. Like 15 minutes ago, I was thinking about brunch. But like now, I'm just automatically like, I'm in a prison. I'm in a prison right now with a human being. And the second barrier I have trouble crossing over is farting in front of a girl. I can't fart in front of a girl. I've never been in. Can you fart in front of a girl?
Not yet.
Not yet? I like you. He knows what I'm talking about. It's difficult. I haven't been able to get there yet. The girl, she was like, I was like up all night because I had to fart so bad. I was farting inside my body. You know, it sounds like a gong sound, whatever. And it was like the one day out of 1,000 where it's raining, so I couldn't go outside. My only option was the bathroom next to my bedroom, so I gently pushed her corpse-like body up. And I tiptoed over to the bathroom, closed the door, bent my legs, spread my ass cheeks, and just gently pushed. So gently. And while I was doing it, I said to myself, oh, you are such a gentleman. You are such a good person. It didn't work out. That ended. Okay. Camilo, how am I for time? I heard that the guys, the Dead Kevin guys, are they close by?
They're here.
They're here? All right, can I tell you guys about the weirdest text message conversation of my life? You okay? 5 people, thank you. Great. This is by far the weirdest, nothing will ever come close to this, ever. I got a text from a random number that said, "Sup, pimp? I think I found some money for you." This is Sean Campbell. I don't know Sean Campbell at all, never heard of him. So I said, what up, Sean? Let's get that green, what it do, baby? He said, what's your email, Addy? I can't find it. And I said, oh, get bitches, get money at AOL.com. And I'm a pussy, so I immediately was like, just kidding, man, you got the wrong number. And he said, who dis to? Which is a sentence I've never seen written out before. Who dis to? I imagine he was trying to say, with whom am I speaking? But that's like if I were to ask all of you guys how I'm doing during the set so far. The equivalent of that would be like, how I'm saying? Who dis to? And that gave me some inner strength. I felt like I could keep going. So I was like, dude, if I told you who I was, you'd fucking flip out. And he said, today's kind of a slow day. I could use a flip out moment. So I said, all right, it's Joe Biden. Nice to meet you. So the conversation ended, but this guy would not stop texting me every month. He thought my name was Billy. He would be like, hey Billy, I got some new music for you. I'm like, the same Billy. Hey Billy, what's up? The same Billy. He did it again the third time. I got annoyed with him, so I said to him in all caps, this is the third time, Sean Campbell. This ain't Billy! Save on your phone as not Billy. And he said, read our convo. Last time, you played a game. So who should I label this as since you won't say? And I said, dude, I'm not going to tell you my name, not with that grammar. And then he got pretty angry. Sean Campbell got upset. He said, I recommend you work on a way to be more memorable because this Cheshire Cat routine is not at all charming like you may think. Good day. I don't know why my last comment turned him into like an Englishman from the 1920s. But I was fine with it until 3 hours later he said, oh, by the way, go fuck yourself. Which is really scary if you think about it, because that means he's just stewing in his last text. He's just thinking about, he's sitting on his futon. He's got a futon. He's just sitting on it. Oh, by the way, go fuck yourself. Once again, the conversation ended. It was over. But then the most amazing thing happened the next day. I got a text from a different random number that said, is this Billy or Joe or whoever you are? Better watch your back if you think you can play my bro like that. If we hear from yous again, regret is what will be happening. So don't talk to me or my bro ever again. So I responded, who this to? All right, that's it, man. Kaufman, thank you guys.